Reoccurring dreams. Some people have them, some people don't. I don't have reoccurring dreams, but I have reoccurring locations and scenarios within my dreams. Um, I'm going to start off talking about the one I've had the most. I used to dream that behind my grandparents' house in the woods, there used to be there was this temple there. It looked like a Mayan or Incan temple or whatever. And I've went and looked at this thing for years in my dreams. I don't think I ever went inside of it. Um, so anyway, I mean, I've dreamed about this thing forever. I always wondered what it meant, and I thought, well, I've always had this fascination with those kind of temples, that ever since I was a little kid, and some people said, oh, maybe in a past life you were Mayan, maybe it has something to do with, Native American ancestry, maybe in an alternate reality that temple did exist in those woods behind your grandparents' house, which is in southern Illinois, so there's no, I don't know, must have been one hell of an alternate reality. Anyway, so a couple months ago I went down the Koala boundary. Most people would know that as the Cherokee Reservation, even though it's not really a reservation, but that's beside the point right now. And I went to the Cherokee Museum, and I see this thing up on the wall, and it looks like the temple I've dreamed about. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. It freaked me out. I was like, because I've always wondered what this meant. And I seen it up on the wall. I don't know if that was supposed to be some kind of sign that, you're on the right path, or it was trying to tell me something about my ancestors. I don't know. But anyway, so I see this thing that I've dreamed of, and it had something to do with Cahokia Mounds. And I don't know if it was just a really bad painting of the mounds to where it looked like a temple. Well, I've never been to Cahokia Mounds. It's not that far from me though, and or what. But I just remember there was a plaque and said something about Cahokia Mounds, and I wish I would have took a picture of it. I knew I should have, but instead I took a picture of the temple thing. So I just totally forgot what that plaque even said about it. I just remember it had something to do with Cahokia Mounds, and it was just it was really wild seeing that. And while I was down there too, now this isn't a reoccurring location, but I've seen a location. I realized I had been to the Anakalufti River. If I'm saying it wrong, forgive me. Anyway, as you're going into the part of the reservation with all the businesses and tourist trap shit, there's like a little park area on the right, and as soon as I pulled, I was like, wow, this looks really cool. And I realized I've seen this before. I've been here in my dreams, only one time, but it made a really big impact on me in my dreams. So, and when I saw it again, I remembered it. So that's two places I've been to in my dreams that I've been to in reality. Like I said, the temple I've dreamt about for years. Haven't dreamed about it in a long time. Most recurring locations I have are alternate versions of real places, and a lot of it has to do with water in some way or another. There's a back road outside of Rosiclare, Illinois, where I'm from, and on that road, in my dreams, there's an old cemetery that I go to, and there is a pond, a huge pond, that is the scariest, like, most eerie-looking pond I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to it at night and into it during the day or the evening hours where it's more lit up, and it's just this pond with. I wish I could draw this stuff. I'm not a good enough artist to do this kind of stuff with like trees hanging down and fog covering it. It's wicked. I wish I could somehow print these images out, because it'd make some really wicked black metal album art or something. But I dream about this pond and go out there, and there's something in my dream. It's like I want to get in this pond, or I want to swim in it or something. Something's just drawing me toward it, but I'll just look at it, but I never venture out anywhere out around it or in it. Another location, I'm just thinking of ones off the top of my head that I go to, There's a swimming pool in Dixon Springs, Illinois, in real life, but there's another one in my dreams that's secret. And I have to park my car and walk out through not so much like a wooded area, more like a park area, I guess. Um, sort of a wooded area, and then it's always at night when I go, and there's this pool. It's like a public pool. It's just, I know in my dream not supposed to be there, and I know that it's kind of hidden, but I think I end up going swimming in it anyway. I don't know. Let's see, another water one. There's a beach. It looks like the beaches on the Goonies that I go to, but I once again in Hardin County, Illinois, have to travel out a series of gravel roads, and on these gravel roads, my dreams, I always take note that my friend Amy Gibbs, her family, lives out there on this road. I remember that in my dreams. I always think, oh yeah, this is where Amy's family lives. So I don't know if she'll ever watch this, but out near somewhere on these gravel roads, there's this really wicked, West Coast looking beach, and Amy does her family. They did live on a gravel road when we were growing up, and but it wasn't that far on a gravel road, and it was just a straight shot gravel road. The gravel roads in my dreams are just it's a huge channeling maze of networked gravel roads, and I've only been to this beach 2 or 3 times because I can hardly find it in my dreams. Another one is a campground that's the cabins are right on the water. It looks like something out of Friday the 13th kind of. That's out up on Route 1 in southern Illinois, and somehow I turn off and end up getting out to this camp thing. And when you pull up, it's weird. It's like you just pull up and there's a boat dock, and here's some boat dock, some cabins on the side, and another water. And this is one I used to do, go to quite a bit, was it's an alternate version of Anna, Illinois. Now, to get to this alternate Anna, you have to cross one of those bridges that open up for boats, and in my dream it's always opened up, and I always know that I'm pulling up to this bridge, and I'm thinking I've got to get across here. I don't know how, and I'll either floor the gas and ramp the bridge and and make it to the other side, or somehow just end up on the other side. But I'm pretty sure in my dreams I watch other cars just kind of pull up to the edge and fall off, so I'm scared because in my dream I know I'm going to die if I don't make this jump. And anyway, once I get to the alternate Anna, it doesn't look like Anna, Illinois at all. It's real old school looking. It's got 2 or 3, I think in my dream 3 of those old strips of buildings, you'd have a pharmacy and a library and all this other stuff. That's what it looks like. It looks like one of those old school sets of stores. I just basically named everything off that's in the one in Rosy Claire. But anyway, there is a bookstore, kind of like one of those old used bookstores I go to that has sometimes they have all kinds of neat stuff. And then there's a comic book store I go to that no matter what I'm looking for, I can't find it. And and the past couple times I've went there, let's say I'm looking for X-Men comics, I'll look over and see the X comics, and I go over there, and then they're not there. Then they move, and they're somewhere else. Or if I'm looking for Batman, I'll go to the Bees, and then they'll be gone. Then they'll be over there somewhere. I wish I could describe the bookstore better, but it's just it's just like a huge used bookstore. But I think last time I was in there, they had a Godzilla poster I wanted. I say that like I was really there, and I was in my mind. But trying to think real quick, any more locations? I'm drawing a blank, but as I've said, lots of them have to do with water, beaches. Oh yeah, in Rosy Claire, real quick. Just past the hospital and going up toward where my dad lives. And I'm sure there's tons of people watching that have no idea that Rosa Claire didn't exist, but for those who do know, past the hospital between my dad, there's another beach, another body of water, but this isn't secret and people's always there. Um, playing and running around, swimming and doing stuff. So for some reason, I have all these things with water, and for the most part, and I don't know why. Then some of the reoccurring scenarios, the one that freaks me out or that scared me the most is there's one where I'll be watching a movie and in my dream, and then it starts really happening. And in my dream, I always think I've got to shut the VCR off. Now, I started having this back before DVD players, so in my dream, if I have it to this day, it's still a VCR. But I haven't had this dream in a long time. But I just think I just got to shut the VCR off. And I'll sit there and try and stop it, and it won't stop. Because if I stop the tape, then all the madness in my dream will stop. So I'll unplug the VCR, and everything will still be happening. So it's like no matter what, it always plays out. I'm watching a horror movie, it starts really happening around me. I've just got to stop the VCR, and you can't stop it. That one always really freaks me out. I have reoccurring scenario of the back bedroom, or like the guest room in the house, my grandparents' house, has a walk-in closet. And I didn't hardly go in that room as a kid. It always freaked me out real bad. And so I rarely went back there, and it was always kind of neat whenever I'd open up that closet, because I don't know how to describe it, just neat. I was a kid, and it was a big closet. But in my dreams, I dreamed that how that closet like wraps around the entire house. Like I have dreams where like I go in that bedroom, I go in the closet, and it's just like this huge tunnel just full of clothes and crap. Which that's basically what it is. It's jam packed full of shit. But it eventually ends in this dream. It kind of loops around, and I use it to sneak from one point of the house to the other. Any more scenarios? That's like the weirdest ones. I have nightmares about Jason Voorhees sometimes, and they're way more intense than the Friday the 13th movies ever hoped to be in. Had a couple dreams about Godzilla attacking. The Jason ones I really like because they are just intense. I actually like having some of these nightmares, I do. But anyway, just want to talk about these weird dreams, especially the ones like these locations, these really just these I don't know what word to even use, but it's pretty weird because now I've seen two of them in real life. I've seen a painting of one, and I've physically been to another in real life, and it's I don't know what to make of them. But anyway, that's me rattling about reoccurring dream stuff.